Myself, Ashwi Patel, with my group mates, would like to present a PowerPoint presentation on PESTEL. My group mates are me, myself, Ashwi, Keval, Manpreet, Sindhu, and Hansika. Second slide. So, our presentation is based on PESTEL analysis on food industry. Next, please. So, our first slide is on introduction. The aim of this presentation is to analyze a PESTEL analysis on food industry from Canada. The importance of this presentation is to identify factors impacting food industry. The relevance of choosing the food industry aligns with our career aspirations and passion for food. Introduction with the food industry in Canada as focus on the analysis on following the core framework of PESTEL. The presentation will highlight the significant and key position of the presentation while highlighting the significance of industry mentioned, the framework, relevance to the understanding industry dynamics. Second slide, please. So, the choice of focus on the food industry in this report states from my passions of gastronomy and the desire to understand the multifaceted nature of the sector. With the aspiration of pursue a career in food and beverage management, also gaining in-depth knowledge of this industry dynamics might be crucial to define future success. As a result, through this analysis report would provide me a comprehensive understanding to the key factor that would have influenced Canadian food industry to set their implications for business operations within it. Next, please. By delving into a political, economical, social, technological, environmental, and legal aspects, the report would shield a light on the opportunities and challenges with the lie ahead of food industry in Canada. Eventually, because of the information extracted from both primary and secondary findings, the final findings of this report can also assist industry shareholders, policymakers, and new food business to make informed decision in navigating the ever evolving landscape successfully. The report tried to deliver the standout of its expectation to fulfill the ultimate objective of the assigned expectations. By evaluating the impact of these factors, the following sectors of the report would gain valuable insights in this industry's current state to learn potential future developments while preparing the strategic requirement to thrive the competitive landscape. Now, I would like to move further with the political factor. Next slide, please. Government initiatives are all about promoting the sustainability and environmental step deserving, which naturally shape the food industry in Canada. Also, it is important to note the Canadian government commitment to reducing the greenhouse gas emissions and promoting sustainable practices. This can also affect the food production, packaging, and transportation as the government precises those business that would support the environment sustainability. The implementation of carbon pricing, merchandisation, and support for eco-friendly initiatives has led to the increase in adoption of sustainable practices in Canada. All of these factors play a definite role in shaping the modern way how food business should run in Canada, considering the flexibility and policies implicated by the central government and the state political government con- in the condition to improve the food industry in nearby future years. Thank you. Now I would like to hand over the further presentation to Hansika.
Thank you, Ashmi. So I'm going to talk about the economic factors of food industry. So economic factors, the food industry in Canada is to have like an influence on its growth, profitability, and overall viability. So I want to talk about like one crucial economic factor that should be consumer purchasing power as the income levels and spending habits of consumer directly affect whether they would be able to willing to purchase specific food products and if the purchasing is related to high or low price factors. Critical issues such as employment rates, wages, and disposable income levels play a pivotal role in determining consumer demand and consumption patterns. So, there are some of the economic factors in Canada that are considered to be favorable for the food industry. So, I'm going to talk about the consumer purchasing power. So generally, Canadians have a very high level of income and disposable income. So eventually, allowing the average Canadians greater purchasing power. Also, the increased demand for a wide range of food products that includes premium and specialty items shows that the Canada's average population has enough consumer purchasing power to buy food items according to their preferences. Next, I want to talk about the market competition and profitability. While the food industry in Canada is highly competitive, as we guys all know, so the industry comes with presenting new opportunities for several businesses to thrive. The presence of multiple players stimulates innovation, variety, and quality in the market. Not even forgetting how effective cost management and pricing strategies also lead to profitability despite the competitive environment. Next, I want to talk about the economic stability. Canada is like a stable economy that goes through relatively low inflation and interest rates. This stability is helpful in providing a conductive environment for businesses to plan and invest in long term to support the growth and sustainability within the food industry. Next, we're going to talk about the economic growth. Canada is experienced like a consistent economic growth over the past several years. This growth, the growth in the economy translate into increased customer spending, which can support the rising demand for several food products. In conclusion to all of this, the economic factors in Canada, such as strong customer purchasing power, high level of market competition, and economic stability, along with constant growth and opportunities lying ahead, create a favorable environment for all the food industry in Canada to bloom and to flourish. All of these factors are actually combined can contribute to increase demand and opportunities for the businesses that are operating food safety. Thank you so much. So now I want to hand over to Manpreet to talk about the the social cultural factors. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Hansika. Now, my name is Manpreet Kaur, and I'm going to talk about some of the social cultural factors that, like, about why Canada is a great place for the food industry. I'll talk about the three important reasons why it's important. The first is the different cultures and people caring about their health and the need for quick and easy food. First of all, in Canada, people come from many different cultures, which means there are lots of different type of food to enjoy. Canadians love trying new flavors and cuisines. So businesses in the food industry have a big opportunity to offer a wide range of options that suits everyone's taste. Another important factor is that Canadians care about their health. They are really they are, we can say, they are health conscious. They want to eat food that is good for them, made with fresh and natural ingredients. This means businesses that provide healthy and sustainable food choices are likely to do well. So the last is the Canadians lead a busy lives and they do not have enough time to prepare a food for themselves. So they want that type of food which is easily available in the market and quick and easy to prepare. So this creates a demand for the business that offer a ready-to-eat meals, delivery services, or fast food options. So due to the these reasons, these factors, so we can say there is a need to why the food industry is in a great demand in Canada. So thank you. Next, move to the next technical factors. Yeah, I'll hand over to the Hantika.
Thanks, Manpreet. I'm Sindhu. Coming to the technological factors, a technology factor in Canada might be considered as beneficial for food industry, like automation and advancement of machinery and digital solutions have improved, which resulted in easy food production, easy supply chain management, and inventory. When it comes to food production process, manufacturing becomes easy now because of this advancement of technology, and the time taken for preparing that particular food was reduced. And when it comes to supply chain management, we can now easily access the raw materials and the finished goods. We can have a track of the material what we have, what we hold, and the material to order. That comes the inventory control. With the help of this advancement of technology, we can actually have an eye on the inventory tracking. So it become easy for the vendors for reorder and for the suppliers also. So all considering all the above factors, that is food production process, reduce the time, and supply chain management and inventory control, we can say that technology has a significantly created positive outcome in the cost saving while enhancing the productivity. This is also great reason behind food businesses taking the help of technology to provide convenience and accessible to the customers. Now the other two factors will be explained by Keval.
Yes, hello guys. I would like to explain factor first. The legal factor is the most important factor in the pestle industry because if we have all the regulation, so we can also minimize our positive and negative impact with the help of legal factor. So I would like to just conclude within 2 minutes. Just the legal factor in Canada seemingly identify as a favorable for food industry to expand and see positive outcome because Canada is a vast natural resources. Also, they have also big landscape to expand their industry in food industry because Canada is also like a not a big population country. With the help of this they can expand their knowledge with the help of in the food industry. Second part is the Canada has a absolute food safety regulation which are enforced by the agency like a Canadian Food Inspection Agency. It's like CFIA. With the explanation of that one, compliance with this law promotes the fair treatment of employee within the food industry to become a more productive and proactive in manufacturing and producing food items because with the help of food industry we can also utilize our all the energies and we can also utilize in the proactive and productive manner to utilize the maximum amount of proactive in the food manner. So to put all this simple thing, the legal factor in Canada look all right in creating a favorable environment for food industry as a literature and the regulation standards ensure food safety and promote a transparency through labeling requirements, protecting basic consumer rights and establish fair labor practice because if we have all these things so we have to labelize the requirement because if we have a labeling so we can put all the manual details regarding nutrition health and dietitian. With the help of this consumer also guide the which with the item they need to explain there about it. So though I will so next slide please. It's like a And then I have to talk about the environmental factor because it's a very important factor to care about it. The environmental factor in Canada can be seen as a both beneficial and can come with a few challenges as well, as because each and every situation has their positive and negative impact also. It's like a you it's like a no pain no gain. It's like that. Canada is a rich in natural resources and has a vast agriculture land also. The abundance supports the nature production of diverse food products, which makes the country self-sufficient in many areas. The trend gradually encourage a business to adapt a sustainable practice, reduce food waste, and prioritize ethical resourcing, which has led to a positive impact on food industry reputation and market positioning. In the whole summary, Canada's environment factor can offer a vast majority of opportunity to expand their food industry for a sustainable practice and agriculture evidence. There are few challenges also associated with the climate changes. Also, we can also never forget about the climate change. It's like a climate change. Also, we have to maintain our environmental factor with the help of food industry, so we can minimize our climate changes factor. So we can also protect our environment as well as. So I would like to next part to the Sindhu.
Thanks, Keval. When it comes to key factors, like this PESTEL analysis is important as it significantly evaluates the external factors which could influence the food industry in Canada. By considering all the factors like political, economical, sociocultural, technological, legal, and environmental aspects, the analysis can identify the opportunities and challenges. CFIA, that is Canadian Food Inspection Agency regulation, ensure food safety and consumer protection as the high priority. So when it comes to a strong consumer purchasing power, as already explained by Hansika, like she told, Canada people have huge income and they spend most of their money on the food. So strong consumer purchasing power demand drives the demand and the market competitions, which means the demand and the market competition are dependent on the consumer purchasing power. And coming to the cultural diversity and health conscious influences consumer choices. Consumer preferences will be modified according to the culture and the health. Post COVID, people were very conscious about their health and the preferences of the foods was changed. And sustainable practices and the climatic changes have impacted the production and the resource management as well. Now, people were more inclined towards the sustainability. So, people were focusing on those areas like avoiding plastic when they order food and reducing plastic in the production. These kind of changes we have seen. Now I'll hand over it to Maniprit to focus on few more key factors.
Right. So the main finding from this PESTEL analysis is that, like in Canada, the food industry is shaped by the two important things. First of all, there are rules from the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, that is CFIA, that makes sure the food which we eat is safe and obviously good for us. They check things like labels and packaging to keep high standards. Second, people in Canada have different backgrounds and are and they care about their health. They want to eat food that is good for them and comes from sustainable sources. They also like to try different kind of food. These things influence the choices people make when it comes to food in Canada. So, from the PESTEL analysis for the food industry in Canada reveals important factors that have an impact on the industry as a whole. These include political regulations for food safety, Canadians' a strong economy and consumer purchasing power, diverse cultural preferences and health consciousness, technological advancements, legal requirements, and growing environment concerns. Understanding these factors help businesses make informed decisions to stay competitive and meet the changing needs of the Canadian consumers. So next, Han, uh, Hansika will continue.
Yeah, thank you. So there are few recommendations that we as a whole like to give. So firstly, using some eco-friendly packaging materials lowers waste and has a minimal negative effect on the environment throughout the course of a product's life. Using effective waste management techniques to reduce environmental impact and food waste. And next, I would like to say purchasing renewable energy for a more environmentally friendly supply chain. By switching to renewable energies, sources like wind or solar energy, greenhouse gas emissions are decreased. As in reliance on fossil fuels, in addition to helping the environment, investing in renewable energy infrastructure may lead to a long-term cost savings and a more sustainable supply chain. Next, I would like to talk about the increasing e-commerce and digital presence capabilities. So, offering clients user-friendly online products like online ordering systems for food goods in current digital era actually improve the convenience and the accessibility for the customer. Customer loyalty may be increased, and the whole customer experience can be enhanced with the help of user-friendly interfaces, easy checkout procedures that we can see mostly in Canadian stores, and the tailored suggestions. So, by boosting delivery capabilities, companies may reach a wider customer base in the light of rising popularity of online meal delivery services. Offering timely delivery choices such as same day or the next day delivery can may draw clients into more attention and keep the loyalty of the customers. Using data analytics to better understand customer preferences. Data analytics may be used to get more important insights into customer preferences and their purchasing habits and the market trends. Businesses may spot new trends, customize their product offerings, and make wise business choices by analyzing customers' data to remain one step ahead of the competition. That's all I would like to suggest, and that's all for our today's presentation. So, in the whole, I like to conclude here that these are the pest analysis from our group. So, thank you all for spending your time over here. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.